I like the idea that a voice can just go somewhere uninvited, like a dirty thought in a nice clean mind.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay. This is the Liberal Lens. I'm back at you, and today we're going to talk about the damning evidence that has came out from the Epstein files and how Trump supporters are going to dance around this one. So Jeffrey Epstein has sent a letter to Larry Nassar before he passed. Larry Nassar is a pedo from Ohio. You can go watch the documentary, do your own research, but they were friends. And Epstein wrote this letter to Larry Nassar. He says, "Dear LN, as you know by now, I have taken the short route home. Good luck. We share one thing, our love and caring for young ladies and the hope that they reach their full potential. Our president also shares our love of young, noble girls. When a young beauty walked by, he loved to grab, snatched. Whereas we end up snatching grub in the mess halls of the system. Life is unfair. Yours, J. Epstein." All right. So Donald Trump shares their love and loves to grab, snatch. Well, we already heard Donald Trump in the video or in the audio say that he can just grab him by the pussy. So are we shocked that this came out? Are we shocked that this kind of thing is out there? I'm not. But the fact that everybody's denying that Trump was in the files, that Trump has anything to do with it, that Trump is not friends with Epstein, after we already know Trump was good friends with Epstein. He tried to act like he barely knew him. This is the wild shit that's in there. And this is only the beginning, right? So, like, how bad is everything that is in those Epstein files if Donald Trump is doing everything to cover them up and he's looking horrible while doing it and getting berated with questions? And I know people are always like, the cover-up's worse than the crime. I don't think in this case it is. I think what's in those files is so horrible that they are willing to take the heat for the cover-up so we don't find out everything that's in there. We're already getting leaks like this where Epstein is talking to another pedo and Larry Nassar, and he's talking about how Donald Trump is free in the White House when those two are locked up and how that makes life unfair. We've already seen the other emails from the Epstein estate. We've seen a lot of different things come out. We know about the birthday letter, things we've been over and over in other videos, but yet people want to keep denying that Donald Trump is a predator and that he is in the Epstein files. There is no longer a question if Trump is in the Epstein files. The only question now is how disgusting are his actions. And we already seen a whole lot of disgusting shit come out about Donald Trump. So how much worse does it get from here? I mean, there's also another report that was from the FBI that was in the Epstein files, where Donald Trump and Epstein are accused of raping a girl, and then she was found dead in suspicious circumstances. So the report records that a limo driver whose name has been redacted said he overheard a phone call in 1995 involving Donald Trump. The claimed Trump was saying the name Jeffrey repeatedly and made reference to abusing a girl. There was a second unnamed person, according to the reports, that said Donald Trump had raped her along with Epstein, and he raped me. And some girls with a funny name took me into a fancy hotel room or building, and that's how it happened. A girl with a funny name, would that be Maxwell? Would that be Ghislaine Maxwell? Because that's a pretty funny name. And we have a girl here who had reported this. She even told law enforcement that they're going to kill me. And then she was later found dead under suspicious circumstances. Is that 100% proof that they did? No, but it's all adding up. Circumstantial proof after emails, after accusations, after records from the Epstein files. How much more do people need to see that these are vile individuals who were running the biggest pedophile ring, maybe in the history of the world? Not only is Donald Trump part of this, he's the huge part of this. And I had said in another video like a month ago, we're going to fuck around and find out that Epstein's in the Trump files. And that's what it's looking like more and more. Think about how much they've redacted. Think about how many laws they've broken for this cover-up. How far does it have to go before mainstream media starts covering this, before the MAGA supporters start turning away from Donald Trump and start to realize that he is the cancer inside of America? He is the dissent within that he talks about. He is the enemy within that he talked to our military personnel about. He's using Hitler 101 rhetoric, and people don't want to hear it. They think I'm being hyperbolic and over the top, but this is literally what he is doing. And at this point, everything he's doing in Venezuela, we have to question as in him trying to cover it up. According to other reports, to Colombian leaders, to Venezuelan leaders, to independent journalists out there, they're literally murdering people on fishing boats and oil tankers and gas boats to cover this up by saying they're drug smugglers. And the White House just expects us to take Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump at their word about what's happening, that they're drug smugglers with no oversight, with no evidence offered. That second bombing showed literally how far they will go to kill people who are just trying not to drown. And all of this is to cover up what's in the Epstein files. Can you imagine how bad that has to be to go to this length to cover up what Donald Trump did? It's insane how far they will go. And the worst part is the linear media just keeps going along with them. Back in the day, they would have called them out. This would have been the only thing they were talking about every time Donald Trump stepped to a mic. They would not let him get away with doing that messed out, weird nonsense of a press conference he did without holding him to the fire over everything that's coming out about the Epstein files, about how they illegally have been defying a law that he signed into law to hide the Epstein files. The cover-up is deep and it is huge, and people need to keep fighting, because the only way that we get transparency of this is if the people keep saying enough is enough. We want to see what's in the files. We need transparency. All right, everybody, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how far you think this goes. Let me know what you think about the new revelations of these documents that are coming out. And remember, there is hundreds of thousands of documents that needed to be gone through. Wow, I can't even speak. There's 100,000s of documents that need to be gone through. So this is going to be a slow trickle and a slow leak of information. But we need people like you to share this information, because the media is not doing it. It is on us to get this information out there and share it to as many people as we can and show them the evidence that is being released from the Epstein files. You can Google all of this. If you have ChatGPT, just pick it up and ask. It will give you the documents, the links to the documents, so you can see exactly what's coming out from the Epstein files. These are FBI reports. These are FBI and DOJ files. So this isn't just some random shit that some dude in his basement's coming up with. This is real evidence that our government has been stacking away for years, which that's a whole nother discussion on why this has been going on since the early 90s. And we can get into another video on how the cover-up is so deep that it goes beyond just party line of Donald Trump and the Republicans. But that's a whole nother video. We need to get this information out there. And for all the people who keep watching the video and keep going, Bill Clinton and Joe Biden, first of all, I can't even debate you anymore as soon as you come out with that, because it shows you have zero argument to back up what you're saying, and you're just trying to use somebody else to justify bad actions. Again, I will say it for the masses. I don't give a shit about Bill Clinton. I don't give a shit about Joe Biden. I don't give a shit about anybody that the right keeps trying to use to deflect that Donald Trump is a pedophile and he's in the Epstein files. Anybody who's in there who violated other people, lock them up. I have not seen anybody on the left trying to defend a pedo. So the fact that that is the argument that keeps coming from MAGA just proves that they know that Donald Trump is guilty. They just can't wrap their head around the fact that everything they believe in is a lie. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe. I love all the support you're giving us on Facebook. Thank you so much. All right, guys. One world, one love. Deuces.
Everything's polluted. The environment, the government, the schools, you name it.
This radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
You out there? You listening?